We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Still won't go down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But it's really difficult to try and defend him.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. William Hayes in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Back to Philly, here we go!
On the run, this is Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll toss it to Hunt, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Lambo will put this one through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for them, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but it might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And the Niners get there and bring him down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A very solid gain of 27. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the...
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Dancing away at the 30. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Detroit! 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 All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
After the interception, here's Rosen. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This quarterback now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On second down, here's Rosen. Buying time is under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of...
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So out come the Falcons now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
All right, now, look at 56.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And
he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off.
Now good hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is going to be 49er football. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Hunt. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gone, 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 gone. Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
Here's Hunt. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here now come the Falcons. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Going up top. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And the Falcons grab it.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go. Hurry up, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Santos with the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Here's Oliver. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll run it here with Hunt. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
On second down, Rosen. Wide open receiver, complete. 19 yards that time for number 19. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now Rosen on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Here's Oliver. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time. And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before? Absolutely we have.
Gun! Detroit!
They run with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Here comes Grant on the return. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. He's still barreling for a big seam, and he might go all the way.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Santos with the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game. After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because Now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Detroit!
Here's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Rosen will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Roethlisberger, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Graham. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Falcons are in for 6. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This is Hunt. And an alley to run. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Lucky 56. Set. 3-19.
And now it's Rosen looking. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Over.
Now Rosen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Back to the NFL scoreboard for his 2nd, 3rd quarter in Indy. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Atlanta now coming out on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll run. This is Hunt. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Rosen to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Detroit!
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try to run with Hunt. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Eight.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, let's go get it now, all right?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Four down. Shit. Focus.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Here comes the boom. I see, boy.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
You got four. Switch.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Here we go now.
Now it's Hunt. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now it's Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. It's Barkley on the counter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. And he finds Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Roethlisberger now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. The toss out to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now Roethlisberger on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Ben to throw again. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run again with Hunt. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.